Donald Trump is one step closer to becoming the Republican Party nominee for president, claiming an easy victory in the American state of South Carolina. Nikki Haley failed to cut through despite being the state's former governor, but has vowed to stay in the race. Annelise Nielsen filed this report from the town of Columbia in South Carolina.
South Carolina voters went to the polls to pick who they want to be the Republican candidate for president. The answer is a resounding vote of support for their former president, Donald Trump, and not their former governor, Nikki Haley.
Donald J. Trump, of course.
Why Donald Trump?
He gets the job done. He's the only one I trust.
The primary result was such an obvious wipeout. US networks called it for Donald Trump 1 minute after the polls closed, with 0% of the votes counted.
And we're going to look at Joe Biden, and we're going to look him right in the eye. He's destroying our country, and we're going to say, Joe, you're fired. Get out. Get out, Joe. You're fired.
Former Governor Nikki Haley should have had a better showing in her home state.
I'm going to count it. I know 40% is not 50%. But I also know 40% is not some tiny group.
Even as a former Tea Party governor, South Carolina has shifted further right. The state now represents Trump's core base of support in America.
Well, he's not basically a political person. I think that he's a businessman, and sometimes you have to run the country like you would run your business at home and all that stuff, and your affairs and stuff like that.
We've been speaking to voters across the state of South Carolina, and much like the rest of the country, there's a real sense of apprehension around how this election is going to pan out.
It's crazy. I mean, the two people that's probably going to run for president is not really my taste. It's just not. Older guy that's losing his mind and another guy that just causes chaos. So I don't know. It's just going to be a mess.
From here, the campaign moves on to Super Tuesday, where 16 states cast votes on the same day, and 50% of the convention delegates are allocated. Annelise Nielsen, Sky News, Columbia, South Carolina.